Right as I went live, it decided to try and host Yule, and it's like, okay. So that's weird. Also, I accidentally spelled unhost wrong, and I spelled it as unhoist. Anyway, let's practice some Slay the Spire, because theoretically me and Vinny are doing this sometime soon, and I don't know, we'll be doing some other stuff, because I don't intend on doing this for the full 2 hours. We'll see, though. I've had a good day. I ended up going and trying to find some place that I can sell my art at. Try and find some coffee shops in the area. I found one where the owner was there and he was super receptive. I spent like 3 hours just combing the city. Found one guy that was like super into it, and I was like, cool. And there's no like but then part of that story. I feel like I led up to it like there was gonna be, but no. Like, it just was good. He was just nice. So, I mean, like, I haven't, am I good? I'm alright. So I've gotten all the achievements except for Ascension level 10. And Ascension I find incredibly dull. But it might be a good way to practice. So basically, Ascension, every Ascension level adds an extra difficulty curve to it. So at Ascension level 1, elites spawn more often. 2, normal enemies are deadlier. 3, elites are deadlier. 4, which is the one I'm on right now, bosses are deadlier. And I think all of them are there, you know? So it's like, once you get to level 4, you've got to deal with the level 1, 2, and 3 things as well. So we're going to try and avoid all unnecessary fights as best as we can. So speedrunning strats say go ahead and take this. I'm gonna do this instead. Speedrunning strats also say to do get rid of your defense for the chance to get whirlwind. I find that inconsistent. Maybe the meta has changed since last I checked, but it seems like it's really inconsistent to go for whirlwind every time. And we're not going super fast. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And I'm still not over the fact that I did the Who Needs Relic achievement. That kind of like killed me, because I'm just sort of used to skipping all relics, which means that certain stuff I'm just like not hitting anymore. We're just gonna heal back. Is this race practice achievement too? I mean, like, I've already gotten the achievement for like speedrunning, the sub 15-minute achievement, and that was like very much a fluke. I was like half awake when I did it, because I kept playing until it worked. Ascension 4 seems hard, because harder bosses, like, you have to fight the bosses, unfortunately. Like, there's nothing you can do to get around it. Like, we can avoid the elites by kind of planning our route based on, like, where we know they are. But the rest of it, Well, I'm glad my voice helps, my Stego. So, the place that I'm putting my art up at, they're gonna take a cut, but, like, they told me how much. So they just go, make sure you just mark it up that much, and we're cool. So it's like, cool. That sounds fine. I'm tempted to go Ghost Armor. Ghost Armor's actually pretty good. Whetstone is fine. Clothesline is not good. It just isn't. Like, 2 weakness for 2, and then 12 damage. Like, even at the best of time, it's 14 now, because I got it upgraded. But it's not a terribly great one. Have I read the webcomic Paranatural? No. Doesn't even sound familiar. So, my hope is that I can maybe sell some art there, and just, I don't know, by nature of having more art out in the world, I'll be able to do things. It's the most recent thing that you are annoyed to have spoiled for me. I don't really keep up with latest things. Although I was thinking about it, I saw that Mike is streaming the Labo, and I'm like, I ought to get some cardboard. So, I might stream that, like, tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. But yeah, I really haven't had anything, like, I don't really go out and do, like, things when they're absolutely new. Which is probably not the best. Like, you know, maybe... That's an interesting little thing I just did. Wonder if I can do that more often. I mean, that didn't really advantage me too much. I did, what, 20 damage? There's got to be a way of doing that better. What is Paranatural about? Tell me about it. So the elites are super, like, rough. And so speedrunning strat says you just don't deal with them. I am not going speedrunning speed. I'm doing the stuff that you need to do at the bare minimum, but I'm doing it at a slow pace. Because I think the trick to beating Vinny is going to be not doing it as fast as possible, but having, like, a really consistent run time. So I'm trying to get it to, like, sub 30 every single time. And then by doing that, I can probably win. Maybe we should check and see what his average is. Oh, great, because he's... Oh, fuck, that was stupid. He webbed me, and I didn't even do it. By webbing me, I couldn't attack, so it's like, shit, fuck. Corruption, I feel like, is better than people let it on to be. Remove a card from your deck, gain 50 to 60 gold. I want to probably remove some of these strikes. So let's get rid of one of these strikes, because they're not as good. Now, with Corruption, we got one... Let's see, how many cards actually end up being in the deck in the end? Like 4? 4. Yeah, 4. 4 cards end up being in my deck by the end of me playing everything. Like, once I go through my deck once, I should have 4 cards left in my deck. I draw 5 cards, which means that I can, if I do get the option to do a Whirlwind, have a pretty decent run. It's going to be up to whether or not I can beat this guy easily. I'm going to save and quit real quick and actually check and see what Vinny's average is, and then check and see what I can do. So, let's see. Where is the option for that? Compendium. Somewhere in here. Stats. Leaderboard. Let's see. Alright, I just want to see... Fastest victory. Why is Vinny not in this system? It's concerning. He's on my friends list. Yeah, there he is. Huh. He has this game, right? Like, he didn't just accept my challenge having not played the game? That's really bizarre. Maybe he's keeping it secret? I'm not entirely sure how he could do that. I'm using the ghost there just that way oh, it gets reset weekly, so he didn't play last week. Gotcha. Alright, so this should... I think... There we go, yeah. Okay, cool. We're not going to play the other ones because I don't need to. I'm just going to play what I have to in order to make sure that I don't take damage, and then go from there. Because going beyond that is just going to get me hurt. Because I'm going to run out of cards here pretty soon. That's kind of the danger of playing with this deck this way. Is that my deck is now just these 4 cards. I'm going to throw down one of these guys. I have some potions, so if I start taking too much damage, I should probably wait until it's more than 12 damage in order to block. So I'm going to do that just that way I take some damage to justify that I did that. And then I take 1. I don't want to, like, overhit on turns while he's got the armor up. I think that's the wrong way to do it, but I just don't have the damage output right now to really justify hurting myself like that. I think I'm almost dead. He's going to do 20, and then I've got 8 health left. What is this game about? It's a card strategy game. It's basically that. So I think I'm fucked. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. So I'll take the most amount of damage I can do, assuming I had infinite mana right now. I'm going to die this turn. If I had infinite mana, I do 8 plus 14. No, 14 plus 9. Okay, I still die. Yeah. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna die. And do a better run. That was, I think, what Slip Shodan said is right. Clothesline to lower his DPS. Stacking vulnerable forever doesn't help. I'm so used to trying to go infinite. Can you fuck the spire? You know what? You can. Obtain a rare random relic. Sure. Cool. Draw 2 extra cards. That should be fine. Let's go this way. That first decision I feel like is one of the most important. Because the rest of it is kind of random. Well, not really, but you can... If you make a good decision in the beginning, then you can skip a lot of bullshit. And I could have skipped a turn right there by just attacking rather than getting rid of the slime. Slime doesn't stick around afterwards, so there's no real point in, like, doing that. Losing the singing bowl is gonna suck. Let's try and, okay, cool. And then we can immediately pay to get rid of that. And then do we have anything here that we want? Not really. Okay, we're moving on. That's an awful... I don't know. I don't like that one, because if you get that, it's 75% chance to nerf your deck to hell. That's pretty bad. Normality is really bad, especially if you're doing like an infinite deck. I find that a block deck is better, so getting stuff like Entrench and stuff like that is just a better deck build, because I mean, Barricade is what you really need for that. But the reasoning being that, like, if you don't do damage in a turn, you just end up building your armor so you don't take damage afterwards, which, for the sake of consistency, I think is better than, like, here, we're not doing any damage, really, but we can live. Yeah, getting that first that first one where you get to get like 3 guys or 3 combats with 1 HP is amazing. That's super good, but it's kind of rare that you actually get that. Generally speaking, I feel like you need to just go around, and upgrading defense and strikes is generally not worth it as well. Whenever you exhaust a card. Okay, now I really want that. That's a pretty good start. Hey Joey, how you doing? Yeah, once you get over like 200 block and you body slam, that feels good. You can just one-shot a lot of enemies like that. A lot of bosses, I should say. Oh, I accidentally hit E too early. But, yeah, so if you live in the Austin area, I will be, I'll have my art up in a place soon. And that'll be great. Okay. Can I kill any of these guys so I don't actually have to take their damage this turn? I can block a decent amount, and then I can do most of his health. These guys, if you don't kill them instantly, end up doing more damage. Is that an art? No, I mean, like, I just went to a couple of places today, and one of the places said that they'd be willing to show my art in their place. It's not like it's like a coffee shop. We're not talking like the MoMA. But, you know, I feel like you have to start with that kind of stuff first before you can actually get anywhere. You know what I mean? My least favorite boss in this game, Timefucker. Timefucker is a good choice for least favorite. Yes. Alright. I mean, I'm less concerned about... I mean, like, that was something I was talking to Tilda about. Like, I'm not too concerned about having my art visible and out there for people, like, that they can go and look at it at a coffee shop. Like, I'm lucky enough to have you guys, you know? Which means that, like, when people are like, oh, well, you know, you have to pay us $20, that way we'll show your art. And it's like, that's alright. I don't need that. This guy is gonna... I don't think he actually does damage. Oh, he does damage. I usually kill him, like, fairly quickly, but, like, there wasn't really a reason to. I don't think he's gonna be doing enough damage that we have to worry about it. Something tells me that we didn't have to worry about it. Regret is never worth it. It doesn't matter what the reason is that you get gold for regret. It's never worth it. Just killed myself because I'm dumb. Well, thank you, guys. At At least confront the first boss. Yeah, I didn't even get to the boss that time. That was shit. I swear to God, I'm actually decent at this game. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am. What's going on with the path right there? That's weird. Alright. So I'm happy. I'm hoping that... I mean, like, the guy seemed super psyched about my art. Which I like that. I like it when people who do see my art are happy about it. But I also need to, like, get the art out of the apartment. Like, it's not even about selling it, really. It's just about getting it out of the apartment, so that way it's somewhere else. Am I still going to race Vinny? Theoretically. I don't know when. The main issue is that the day he wants to do it most of the time is Thursday, and that's the day that I'm, like, guaranteed to work. So I may actually have to call off from work one day just that way I can, like, make this thing happen. Right now, it's kind of difficult. I don't think we'll be doing this the entire stream, just so you know. We'll probably do, like, an hour of this and then an hour of, like, Darkwood or something else. Not entirely sure what yet. I like Rampage. I know it's not the greatest, but, it's fun. It's a fun card. If you guys would prefer to see something other than Darkwood, let me know. But, that's the one I feel like people want to see. Also, if things work out where me and Vinny can't end up streaming together, we might just do, I might just do another Flash game stream this week. Normally, I, like, have them spaced out, like, by, like, a month or so. But I noticed, what is the guy's name? Alex? What is his name? Give me a second. Butch Hartman. I don't know why I wanted to say his name was Alex. Actually tweeted out asking if there were any bootlegs of his stuff. He's the guy who did Fairly Odd Parents and stuff like that. He wasn't directing it at me, but I figure, you know, hey, yeah, I'll show you some bootlegs. You want to see some bootlegs? I got you some bootlegs. Art co-ops might be a good idea. The places I went today, like, one of them, like, I kind of, like, bounced on, because I feel like they would have probably just let frat kids get to it and destroy it. So it's like, well... And they were, like, not even, like, that excited about me being there, you know? Not that they know who I am or should care, but, like, you know... Do you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like they very much did not give a shit about art. And it's like, you haven't even seen my art, and you don't want to see it, and you don't care. Like, that's not exactly the best news for me. I did a hit against both of them, because they only get armor the first hit, so I can definitely kill both of them this round, if I can actually get enough damage to do so. It looks like I'm not going to be able to. So I'll just do that instead. I probably should have done armor instead. Oh well. I'm just trying to train real good habits. So when we do play, when I do the race, I'll be better. Squandered. Yeah. Yeah. These guys kill you with, like, you know, 1,000 cuts, but... that should be fine. I've been thinking about trying to, like, diversify what I've been streaming and when I've been streaming it. Aside from what I've been streaming, what would you guys like me to stream? I think I got the Warhammer out of my system. I was telling my sub chat. And that wasn't even worth it. The Parasite's gonna be bad. Alright. This is gonna help. I'm a little bit concerned about that. You wanna play that janky Star Trek game? No. I have no real interest in... oh, Guild Wars 2. Why Guild Wars 2 of all things? The game's been out forever. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 max HP. Okay, not the worst possible thing, but yeah. I played Guild Wars 1 back when early access meant a thing. I was in the early access for it, but play RuneScape. What was I thinking about streaming recently? Oh, I wanted to see if I could, like, maybe get the graphics down on stuff. Like, even further than where it's supposed to be, and do a stream of that. But I can't figure out how to get graphics on something like, I don't know, Skyrim, lower than they already are. I got it to, like, where it was, like, 200 by 300 as the screen resolution, and it looked like total ass. But, that was about it. It's a card game like all of the other ones. Oh. Alright. I need to defend through most of this. Isn't that supposed to draw me a card? Is there a reason it didn't? Oh, right, because I drew it off the other, whatever that one card is. Gotcha. Streaming more with Mike. Streaming more Minecraft with Mike would be an okay idea. I wish double tap worked on the Rampage. Unfortunately, it doesn't make things better. It just does the Rampage damage twice, which is nice, but not like, you know, dick-smashingly good, if you know what I mean. It's not like an actual thing that people say. I was thinking about, plus you lost 3 strength. Yeah, that was the other thing. We gotta finish a way out, that is for sure. That is not a good card for speedrunning, because you have to target it. Anything where you have to think and target. That's why Whirlwind is so popular in speedruns. So we're battle trancing basically just to skip the deck forward some. The faster we can mill through our deck, faster we can get around back to when... back to the beginning where there are good cards, the better. I don't want to take damage from him unless if it's better. Like, if I'm doing more damage to him than he's doing to me, then it's worth it. But otherwise, it's kind of not. And I feel like each time he pops back up into attack mode, he gets stronger and harder to kill. See, that was good. I feel like I can take 3 damage. That should be fine. It's really not necessary, though. Can we? No. Okay. I'm going to armor, and then... that's almost enough to kill him. That should be good enough. Are these newer cards? The farther along you get, the more cards you unlock. So if you can get far enough into the game, you can unlock a whole bunch of shit. These are all cards that you get for beating the game, like, a billion times. Because I've played, 139 hours of this game, because I have a fucking problem. It's my chill game. I was explaining it to Mafa the other day. I need to have, like, 3 different types of games. There needs to be one really good one for streaming, and that's something creative, that's open-ended, that is something like My Summer Car or Subnautica. Then I gotta have something that is, like, chill, that I can have on in the background while I'm, like, waiting for something to render. Though lately my rendering program has just been eating itself, so never mind. I'll skip all that stuff. That one's good. That one I don't like. This one is technically great. And so I'm going to go with it. We have a lot of ways of getting energy. We have like 3 extra energy. If we can get a whirlwind, we are fucking solid. There's no way to go through without accidentally hitting into a boss. I think this is the best way to avoid as many bosses as possible. So I want to avoid as many guys as possible. 4 energy? Yeah, 4 plus a little bit more if I can get a kill. And so if I do like a whirlwind into like killing a guy... Now I don't have the ashes anymore, no. That was on the other run. So setting up a huge pile of bullshit to have disappear is not going to help me any. Okay. Here's the mod for Skyrim that lowers the resolution and textures and whatnot. It's pretty well known. You might be able to find other games. Is there a way to just do that natively? I'm gonna save that, just because that sounds like a dumb thing to stream. Alright. Negatate the next 2 curses you obtain. That seems great considering we're cursed with a thing that gives us curses. So if we can avoid elites and then we run into them, we we just are okay, we'll be fine. And then I think that's all we want from here. Clash is okay, but unless if you're running like a complete, like... Okay, we're fine. Cool. Finesse, finesse. Finesse indeed. Alright. Can we get a double tap? No. Okay. Oh, that was just enough damage. I don't know what was up with my math right there. In my head, that didn't add up to enough. Alright, so with these guys, healer, damage dealer, tank sort of thing, that's their gimmick. So I'd rather just slam this guy in the face as hard as possible and try and one-shot him, but I don't think I can. Okay, neither of them is attacking, so I can't get the strength buff. And he's going to heal anyway, so he'll be at like 20-ish. Yeah. That's how you know you've played too much of this game, when you can predict exactly how much he's going to heal. That's bad. That's super bad that I'm just like at that point. Alright. Pretty low. I should probably start defending. Do we have enough health to actually deal with this? Hold on. That's 21. We're going to take exactly... We have 21 health exactly. We're going to throw a weakness potion. That brings it down to 15. We're going to drink this and just slam this dude in the face as much as possible, and then we'll live. We're not in a great spot. Okay, heal for sure. Not having a whirlwind, despite having all of these wonderful relics, is kind of why I don't like going this route. Like, assuming that you're gonna get it. It's kind of garbage. That pair always sucks. This is the group that always kills me. Like, this is the group that always gets me. And there's very little I feel like I can do about it. I guess I should clear these guys out first, but, like, if I can just do enough to, like, stay alive. Okay. I think I'm fucked. I think I'm fucked again. Because I can deal... So I take 30, right? So I can block an extra 10. I'm at just shy of 30. I have no way of reducing this guy's damage, so I can't defend. Clearly. Yeah, we're fucked. It's because you don't kill the little dudes. I feel like he builds up too much if you don't just kill him outright. Alright. I hate doing this. I'd rather just get a shitty relic than do the one where you get rid of your starting relic. The starting relic for both of the guys is really good. Is it as good as a boss relic? No. But, like, I feel like having 2 relics that are, like, mediocre is better than having 1 relic that's shit. Because there's a chance that you get really shit relics. It's not the shittiest relic. It's one of the worst relics. It's objectively not the worst, though. I don't feel like doubt is ever worth it. That guy is always worth skipping. I could have gotten rid of some cards there, but whatever. The starting relic is not good. It's not as good as some of the boss relics, but it is better than some of the boss relics. If you're doing... See, I'm trying to go for marathon safe strategies, because when I do eventually do this with Vinny, I want to have the best possible option. Like, I want to be able to do it consistently where I win, not just inconsistently. And then we'll do this, and then we just fucking win. Cool. Sometimes the next shop is super far away, and it's not worth doing. Plus, it jacks up the price of the removal of the cards. So let's say you start off with the 75 one, and you jack it up to the next one. That means that you're still jacking it up to, like, I don't know, fucking whatever. I can't do math. I'm dumb. You should not trust me on these things. I guess Snecko Eye, when you... Yeah, that's a good point. Snecko Eye is great if you go for 3 drops. Yeah, that's where you do it. You get, like, stuff like the, what is it, Bludgeon and stuff like that. And then either you pay 3 for it or you pay nothing for it, or somewhere in between. The value is pretty high there. That's how you play Snecko Eye. I've never been able to get Snecko Eye. I think the rules for the race are just going to be who can get to the end first. Any strats available, yada yada. We'll probably use a seed. I'm not going to practice on any particular seed because I feel like that's useless. Bludgeon is like, I feel like a Timmy card. Timmy's the term, right? That was dumb. Where you just have like one card that's super big and overpowered, and it's actually not that good because when you actually look at it, when you actually use it, it ends up not being as helpful as you'd like. This guy's gonna beat the shit out of me, and it's gonna hurt, but... There's very few that I actually wouldn't want. I think I'm going to slowly try and start churning out some of these, oh, fuck. Some of these defends, so that way I can have turns where I just do this. It's not as good as, Whirlwind, but, you know, it's our bootleg Whirlwind knockoff build. Where we just clash a bunch of times. None of that, I don't know. I'll keep it. Clash strat is pretty good. It's okay. And what is this every time at the start of my turn? Okay. Clash clone strat. I would prefer it was Clash drop kick dual wield, but you know, we can't do that. Also, that was just like me overthinking things. I keep doing that because I'm not really looking at their health. I'm just looking at, like, can I pull off the combo that I've set up in my deck? Yes, then do it. And it's like, well, what if it's shit? I hear no game audio. It's pretty quiet. I'll crank it some. Okay. So what can we upgrade? I think Inflame is statistically better. Because 1 extra damage on every card is probably better than whatever. I should have probably had some potion to drink rather than just going in on that. Poor Send Bobs and Vagan. I don't have Bobs or Vagan. And also make sure that that dual wield is out of the hand, which is nice. Almost. Almost one-shot him. Ah, that's some bullshit. There's no way of getting it out of my hand. Oh, okay, right. But the Mercury, or the, yeah, it is a Mercury Hourglass. Why is it called that? I'm going to try and avoid elites, so that's not as good as you think. And, I think it's this. Cool. So it was a clash. That's good. And then all of this is garbage, so we're skipping it. I mean, it's magic. Doesn't have to make any sense. Okay, so we can actually dip and dive around some elites here. So we're going to do this path just because it seems like the correct one. This one's going to suck a bit because he's actually got a defense against what I'm doing. And the house is not actually good, to be honest. We need to have cards other than Clash in our deck still for guys exactly like that. But we should be fine. Okay, what do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of another strike. I feel like that's the better way of doing it. Get jaxed? Yeah, let's take some drugs. Well, drugs are good. Remove a card from our deck. Yes, another. I mean, yeah, it increases the chances that, I mean, we're going to get a handful of armor rather than what we want. But I'm going to be slowly building up my deck to be so it's got bullshit. Alright, do drugs. Do offering. Okay, this, then this, then this, then this, then this. There you go. As easy as that. What the fuck happened there? That was some shenanigans. Thanks for that, game. I just took damage there for no fucking reason. Right, I'm not going to be able to do that this turn. That's some bullshit. That's some real bullshit. I feel like I'm going to lose this one just because of that shenanigans that happened there. I can just restart if I need to, but I'm going to do all I can to make it so I don't have to do resets. Nothing in the rules about doing resets. Yeah, I do die. Let the tilt set in. No, it's good. I'm alright. I'm not mad. I'm not fucking mad. Choose a random rare card to obtain. This is how it always is. This is how it always is, and it always ends up being garbage. Fucking strength, I guess. Alright, is there a way I can... Yeah, I guess we go this way. I mean, the strength thing is just useless. We're just gonna get rid of it. I don't feel like rare cards are really what I want. I mean, I know it's like they're supposed to be better, but like if I think about the ones that I want, I probably want like Offering, and Whirlwind isn't. Okay, we're going for a defense deck. 6 max HP. We'll find some way of gaining it back. It'll be fine. Alright, let's get rid of that injury real quick. And then, do we have a way to... No. Okay. There's a lot of garbage rares. And usually they're not worth the investment. I need to upgrade that so it actually just does the damage. Armor builds are also better for dealing with most of the bosses, like the in-bosses. Time Lord being the main one that you have to deal with. Like, when the Time Lord's gonna stop your turns, if you can just double your armor as your turn, it doesn't matter. Like, you're good. You know? Orichalcum is... Orichalcum is kind of one of those ones that you want in, like, a deck that doesn't exist, really, actually, now that I think of it. It's just objectively not that great of a card. Because it's under the understanding that you're going to heal yourself or going to have less armor than 6 in a turn. Ice Cream is a great relic. Yeah, that one's great. Ideally, you don't need the relic in the first place. Like, you just are whirlwinding every single turn, every turn, always turns. But it doesn't work that way. That just worked out for us. It's good in conjunction with Thread and Needle. Maybe. It depends on what order they stack in. I mean, you can get some, like, cheeky hits in like that through it, but... That was a kill right there that I just skipped. Whatever. Orichalcum matters in context. It matters in a very specific context that does not show up as often as you would think. Upgrade 2 skills. I'd really rather upgrade 1 attack. Or a power. I'm going to start... yeah, let's start removing cards. I need to get rid of... Honestly, I'm very tempted to get rid of that strength gain. Because we don't have a way of gaining strength. It always goes before Thread. So we don't have another shop before we go through the next thing. So we just get Doubt, which gives us Weakened. That's not good. Perfected Strike build? I don't like Perfected Strike. I think it's a garbage card. Because you don't actually want strikes in your deck. Regardless of, like, what your build is, Strike is just a bad situation. All of the metas for, like, going fast or doing things good involve not having Strike and not having Defend in your deck. So, Perfected Strike doesn't work well because you end up losing deck space to, you know, shitty cards. Perfect Strike is usually bad. Take percentage record, yeah. It doesn't give you as much as you should get for how much of an investment it is in your deck. That's the way I should put it. Flex, so I actually have some way of getting strength. There are other cards that count as strike. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it's... There we go. I could have doubled it again. Shit, I could have had a lot more strength here. I should have skipped the defend. Generally speaking, I should be skipping the defend unless if I'm doing a body slam. Or if it's actually going to give me enough armor to overtake how much. Yeah, I need to skip it unless if I'm getting armor. Or if I'm going to be attacking with the armor. That's going to be a rough turn. Heavy and Boomerang gets you the same boosting without filling your deck with garbage. Yeah, that sounds about right. You got to think about the most important thing to consider when building a deck is how many cards it takes for you to pull off what you're doing. Because the more cards it takes for you to get going, the harder it is for you to get going. And the more time you have to waste getting to your card. The skinnier you can make your deck, the faster you can get to whatever your win condition is, and the better you can do. That's just card games in general. So, like, I'm tempted to take Demon Form. You know what? Let's do some crazy shit just to see if we can get something good going. I can no longer attain potions. That sounds better. I think that's, like, considered the best relic. Sozu? I'm gonna mispronounce that, but whatever. Okay, cool. I need to make it to the bonfire with preferably not taking any damage, so I can justify me using... Yeah, Boomerang, anything that attacks multiple times is really good with strength scaling. No point in flexing. I mean, I guess there's a point in flexing. We look cool doing it. And that's actually kind of important. Alright, so we're going to double our strength. And now, that's the other thing, is strength is, like, almost always good. I can't think of a time that you don't want to stack strength. It just so happens that Demon Form is generally considered too slow. Remove strikes, no, I'm okay. I want to get rid of strikes. Gain 300 gold, sure. This one is good if you can upgrade one of the apparitions. I find that it's too inconsistent, though. It's theoretically good, I should say. I've never actually... Does Sozu not stop alchemize? It does, as far as I'm aware. Okay. Okay. I think that's better. We'll see. Okay. There we go. Just want to make sure I got the feed. If you're going to have feed in your deck, you might as well use it. I guess we're doing a strength build, which means that we need some, like, boomerangs and shit. So, theoretically, at this point, we wanted to take no damage. We've taken over half our health. I think we can worm our way through without fighting too many more guys. Yeah. I need to upgrade this body slam. This deck's not going to work all that way well. Silent is not very good, unfortunately. Let's go this way. There we go. And this allows us to get things out of our deck. Tempting. Very tempting. But I think it's better to remove things at this point. Maybe, like, remove a strike. Silent got better with Intangible, but it's still pretty bad, yeah. In comparison, it's inconsistent. Oh, I just spent money on a... right, I can't get those. I'm dumb. I like Silent. I like her stats and stuff, but she's not very good. Just like, statistically speaking, she's not very good. Permanently Intangible sounds great, you know? Because then you could do, like, one defend, and you've already, like, gotten, like, crazy, crazy shit going on. The bronze scales are really good when you fight those freaking birds. Am I gonna die here? No. I live, but it's gonna hurt like a bitch. Yeah, I think the next thing is gonna be blue, and it's gonna be a mage. And I lose. Fucking hell. Save and quit, redo. And it's gonna have... I think it's gonna be very power-focused, probably. That would be my guess. I don't know if there's a way to actually get through this. That did no damage. That was dumb. It's gonna be a robot. Huh. That's fucking weird. and not what I was expecting. Artifact as its theme. You know, that's the other way you could do it. I have not seen much artifact stuff in this. They showed the character silhouette. Huh. I don't think there's a way to get through this. I guess if I attacked him instead, I don't know, whatever, fucking kill me. Let's do one more attempt and then we'll switch games. Oh, I've only been... Wait, do I have to ascend to 10 on both? Complete Ascension level 10, so it doesn't matter which one. Huh. Shiv Shuriken is good. Yeah, I like Shiv. Shiv... Oh, Shiv Broken Twig just fills your deck with garbage. Alright, you know what? We'll do what the speedrunners say to do. We'll do it just the way they like it. And we'll see how wrong they are, and I already got Sozu, so I'm probably actually going to do great. But I hate that that's the way it is. I don't like the branch. I think chances are you're going to get garbage with it. The branch gives you garbage, and sometimes that garbage is good. Adding random cards to your deck, having extra options is good. Candy Horn, thank you for 3 months of support. But a lot of the time it ends up being with you fucking yourself over. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna do it the way... We're just gonna do it the way that speedrunners do. Where you just go for... Upgrade 2 cards, sure. Go through here. We can't get anything because we don't have the money, but we can skip through. That's good at least. Excuse me. Heal. Did they break Corruption? Corruption is great. Corruption is an amazing card. Corruption is absolutely one of the best cards in this game right now. Because you can still have a defense deck. You could have a thick deck and work it down to almost nothing, like a 4-card deck, and then you can do whatever your fucking stupid combo is, like, all the time, just all of the goddamn time. That's amazing. That's just objectively good. Because whatever your combo is, if you can just be doing it always, that's great. You know? And it's without really any downsides aside from your deck becomes too small and you can't defend after a while. That's bad. But, you know, ideally, by the time you've gotten your deck down, so that way it's just a couple of cards, you're probably okay. You need a non-skill-based combo. That's true. But, I think there's not too many skill-based combos that you want with Ironclad. Minimum deck size is usually the best way to go. I keep forgetting that I have extra energy. I'm stupid as fuck is the problem. Yeah, Wraith form is still not the best. Silent needs some buffs in order to be competitive. They are aware of the speedrunning community, as far as I'm aware. It's not the size of the deck, it's the wombo and the combo. Yeah, that's kind of true. But the smaller your deck, the more likely it is that you're going to draw your combo. If your deck is huge, unless if your deck's combo is you have a fucking huge deck, then you should be fine. Also, I just said huge deck. Which, you know, kind of sounds like huge dick. Just throwing it out there. 100 card deck that starts with 6 Mind Blasts. Yep, there you go. That's a combo. I take 20 this turn. I mean, they still sort of apply because just that's odds. Like, odds and percentages still exist. Just... I mean, just percentages are the same. You know? It's... The less cards you have in your deck, the more times or chances you get to things that you want. And you want, like, certain things in your hand. That's why you put them in your deck. So the more cards you have in your deck, the less chances you have at getting it. Your relics are important. Yeah, relics are always good. You should always get as many relics as you can get without actually having to work for them. So, like, elites are bad because they take time, they do damage, but, like... Yeah. Anyway, let's play something else because I'm only sort of feeling this, and I feel like we could do something that I feel more. I played Subnautica yesterday, so I'm kind of like not sure. I mean, I am having a lot of fun with that. I kind of still sort of remember what we were doing, which is a good thing. I don't know, Subnautica or Darkwood. You guys are, I guess, Lobotomy Corp, but we'd have to start from the beginning. What else is there? Blackwake. I feel like I got my fill of that game. That was a nice game, but I feel like, you know, I got what I got. Hearthstone? Hearthstone could be an option. I've been trying to get my Ratterwalk deck to be more efficient. As far as I can tell, Ratterwalk is just not good in the meta we got right now, which is unfortunate. But yeah. Anyway. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Say a minute and a half. A minute and a half is the way to do it. Today's game on Chronog is something that looks kind of garbage. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of iffy on them sometimes. It's good days, bad days. Anyway, minute and a half. I'll be right back. Music coming up.